I want to come back to Krokus and Headhunter and that whole time period, but I want to give equal time to your new album. You mentioned the ballad on the new album, "Only Love Can Hurt Like This," and it is a really interesting take on your voice because we're not used to hearing you with such a sparse arrangement. It's basically just your voice and piano with some light orchestration in the background.
Yeah.
Tell me, what was the inspiration for that song and what made you want to include that on your record? Was it a chance to introduce yourself as somebody besides the metal maniac kind of guy?
Not really. I think it was emotion for someone I lost, and it happened at the same time or a bit later with Tommy. And we both lost somebody within that period where we were working together. And obviously we had these emotions, and we both needed to let them out. And those lyrics really hit the spot, And I thought, for once, I just don't want to, don't want to be the screamer. I don't want to be the rocker. I just want to be an emotional human being who feels sorrow and blues, and without going into that blues cliche kind of composition.
Yeah.
And it just came like this. I sang it 2 times and it was done.
It's a beautiful song.
Not trying to do something vocally huge out of it, but there's some additional vocals and orchestrations, like you say, and it's on this piano, and just simple. It's something you could end a show with or give as a last encore, and then just lights come down. It's an emotional thing.
Yeah,
really emotional.
Thank God for music as a vehicle for you to give sound emotional value.
Oh, definitely. It really does help, and that's why I'm still singing. It's a passion. It's a part of my heart and soul, and keeps my wife happy that I can still go scream my head off and let out my emotions and not get on her nerves.
Yeah,
hanging out. It started in COVID time. Way back when I did the first Storace album, Live and Let Live. It's just hanging out. COVID was here. We were in lockdown. Krokus came to an end, and the rest of the tour was canceled. And I was sitting here going nuts and, pacing up and down, watching loads of movies and stuff. And back of my head thinking, wow, so many people out there dying, losing their jobs and everything. It's like show business going down the drain, lockdown, mass. I think it's time to write a new album, even if it's going to be my last,
Yeah.
So, and that's how Live and Let Live came to life,
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was real pleased with that.
The new album Crossfire I've been listening to, and a couple of my immediate favorite songs are Thrill in a Kiss is awesome. I love that song. And Screaming Demon. And I think any of your fans will. Yeah. I mean, that's what you're known for. And that's why I like the ballad, too, because it's a sharp contrast to what you're known for, but it's beautiful. It works so well. Your voice, with all that grit in it, works so nicely on top of a piano. And then you raise the volume and you put it on top of the loud electric guitars, which, of course, we all know you for. And, of course, that's just aces as well. So Thrill in a Kiss and and Screaming Demon. Can you talk a little bit about both of those songs?
Well, Screaming Demon is, I'm not a car fanatic, but I love cars. I love driving, and the car I drive at the moment. I'll give Peugeot a plug.
Okay.
It's a 408, and it's streamlined, and and it's got this high pitched tone to it. So it's like when I first drove it, I pulled down the windows, and I said to my son sitting next to me, I said, "What's this screaming?" So I said, "That's the car, Dad." So what the hell is that for? It's gonna drive people nuts. It says, well, that's so maybe blind people will hear the car before they, or whatever.
It's a safety feature.
I said, yeah. Here we go. It's without an obnoxious brum brum. We leave that for the Harleys. Although I like a good sounding car. Can't beat that. V8 and stuff like that. But no, this one I drive. So anyway, it started off. I had this other idea, and eventually it changed to Screaming Demon. It was pedal to the metal kind of song, and speed and the craziness, the emotion of driving fast. It's like taking Highway Star from Deep Purple to the next level.
Yeah.
more metallic level, if you like.
Right. And what about Thrillin' a Kiss? That one's got all kinds of swagger. That's a great song too.
Yeah. Great riff, great mood to it, and it's a thrill. What I need is a thrill and a kiss, and maybe there's a mention of a red light in there, and it's like us men, typical men,
Yeah.
It's like we can't just switch it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And way back in the 80s, it became like, try and be on the road and be a good boy.
It's a test.
Yeah.
It's like difficult, and don't think it gets any better when you get older. So you know what I'm talking about without mentioning things.
Yeah.
Well, it's also very rock and roll. You kind of know,
very, very.
You kind of know what you're getting with a thrill and a kiss being as a quick fix, and there might be a red light here and there.
Yeah.
But that red light doesn't mean stop.
Yeah. No. It means paradise.
It means trouble.
Yeah. Danger.
Happy to be in trouble tonight. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, how can I say they say it's the oldest career ever that ever started.
Yeah.
A lot of people need that. It's
makes the world go round.
Well.